Practical and Rational Project Guidelines, Group 2.
For our project on Played Against Sports, we met with Scott on Tuesday and we went over the 35 practical and rational guidelines. And as a group, we met and analyzed all the data, and we came up with the five that we felt, with their absence, greatly affected the project the most. And with those five, we came up with improvements to further help Scott's business and get him future profits and growth.
When analyzing this project, our team identified the franchisor as the solution architect and Scott as the economic stake owner as well as the project manager. Our team saw the overlap of these two duties to be a fault in the project. By not having the third role clearly defined, it left a kink in the flow of communication and caused a lack of perspective and additional expertise. For future projects that Played Against Sports, our team recommends that Scott hire a project manager to perform the designated duties and offer additional assistance in getting the project completed efficiently.
The absence of Scott realistically measuring the capacity of required resources for the project prior to planning and estimating duration was one of the most significant negative effects on the project. Due to Scott trying to fulfill the role of both the economic stake owner and project manager, he overburdened himself and increased the overall duration of the project. Scott should focus his efforts towards his role as economic stake owner and hire a project manager for future Played Against Sports projects. This will prevent Scott from overburdening himself and decrease the overall duration of future projects.
Here, Scott is not allowed to decide what operating system he is able to use in his own store. According to him, the franchisor has already made his choice for him and has very little input in the matter. Scott was provided an opportunity to give feedback at a company convention, but decided not to go because of other obligations. So in the future, Scott should either go to the conference or make sure the organization receives his suggestions ahead of time.
Our fourth practical and rational guideline is schedules are not plans. Scott scheduled to have IT specialists hired to install the software program before making sure that the program was going to be delivered on time, which it wasn't. For future projects, Scott needs to create a project plan, which for this project would have consisted of receiving the software program first and then scheduling the IT specialist once he had the software in hand to avoid any rework.
Usually with an IT project, portions are completed in discrete sections and brought to full working condition before they are finally integrated. This process allows each segment to be tested and fixed without a currently broken section of the project interfering with the testing. Our project did not follow these processes. Instead, multiple sections of the system were being installed and tested in concert with each other, leading to multiple errors and errors with no known cause. Future projects should include pause points where different sections of the project can be individually tested before being integrated.
For this project, we learned that if Scott considered all 35 guidelines, it would help his company immensely. We felt that many of our recommendations overlapped. We felt that this happened because they were the most important ones, and that if they were utilized on future projects, it would help with decision making. We felt that proper planning would have helped him save time and, most of all, money.